Abby Mad here from MadReelReviews. I'm going to be going to the midnight showing of Flight, starring Denzel Washington. It is directed by Robert Zemeckis. I did some research on the movie and a couple background movies of him. He directed Castaway, which we all know, starring Tom Hanks as Nolan. A lot of you have seen the movie. He basically gets stranded onto an island and basically learns how to survive on his own. It did win some Oscars, and Tom Hanks was actually nominated for Best Actor, so that was pretty cool. It is also nominated for Best Sound. Another one that Robert Zemeckis also directed was Well Lies Beneath, Michelle Pfeiffer as well as Harrison Ford. Definitely one of my favorite movies, basically trying to figure out a murder that had happened, and as well as basically spiritual beings. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. Again, Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. It did win for Blockbuster Best Actor for Harrison Ford as well as Michelle Pfeiffer, so that's pretty cool. Another one he directed was Forrest Gump. Another one of my favorite movies. Tom Hanks again in it. When I plays Forrest Gump as well. Tom Hanks actually won Best Actor for that, as well as I think his name is Gary Sinise. I apologize for the last name. I'm really bad at last names, but I want to say it was Gary Sinise. He played Lieutenant Dan. Really good movie. That one did win 6 Oscars, one for Best Director and one for Best Actor, which we just discussed was Tom Hanks. Another one he did was Death Becomes Her. If you're a fan of that, it was a really good movie. That one starred Bruce Willis, Meryl Streep, as well as Goldie Hawn. So, good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's about a man that's trying to fall in love, but then the person he falls in love with, his best friend or her best friend, end up snatching him away, and it just kind of becomes like vengeful towards the entire movie. Definitely a good movie. He also directed Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, and we all know how good those movies were. So if you are a fan of those movies, definitely take a look at that. Again, Back to the Future, you have Christopher Lloyd, who plays the professor, who comes and Michael J. Fox, that's his name. Marty McFly takes him back to the future, show him who he used to be, and then bring him back to the present time. So if you've seen those, definitely take a look at those. They were directed. They won for Best Oscar for sound effects, so that's definitely something pretty cool. He directed Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which starred Bob Hoskins, Christopher Lloyd, another one from Back to the Future, as well as Joanna Cassidy and the famous Kathleen Turner, which played Jessica Rabbit. Her voice, memorable. But if you haven't seen that, it's a mixture of animation as well as physical characters, so it's actually really kind of cool. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. So Flight, starring Denzel Washington, John Goodman, Don Cheadle. I'll be watching that tonight, so we'll see how that goes. If you haven't heard about it yet, it's about Whip Whitaker, who was a commercial pilot that had to land an airplane filled with 106 people, but he was able to save 98 lives out of the 106. But after his heroic achievements, he ended up getting burned about it because of what happened the day before the flight. So let's see here. Other than that, this director, it'll be 3 years since he directed something which was Christmas Carol in 2009. So gonna see that movie, and I'll let you guys know how it was. Hey, what's going on? Abby Mad here for MadReelReviews. I just finished watching Flight, which is actually right behind me. It was actually, to me, it was a really good movie because it touched me like If you guys don't know what it's about, again, it's about a pilot that has an alcohol problem, and he's in denial the entire time, and he's trying to figure it out, and people are trying to help him, and it just wasn't working out, and he betrayed a lot of people. He just couldn't solve it. Basically, from what the review said, is that it was supposed to be 106 people, but from what it said in the movie, it's 102 people, with 96 people that survived. Throughout the movie, he was basically going through struggles, and he was pretty much placed in obstacles throughout the entire movie, and I guess in a way, it kept backfiring. Just like any addiction, alcohol, drug, anything like that, you basically need to have your own, your own strong will. And overall, out of 5 stars, I guess I'll go ahead and recommend that it's probably like a 3, maybe even, no, I want to say probably like 4, maybe 4.5. Denzel plays Whitaker. Then we also have other people that are in there. John Goodman. He also had a aspiring role. Don Cheadle, he plays the Chicago attorney who's trying to help him, trying to be a friend. But just like any other rehab, you just have to learn how to pick up yourself. Again, I do recommend this movie. The director, it hit key points. Everybody seems to be interacting with each other very well, and in a way they helped each other. There was a girl in there, her name was Nicole. She gets interacted with Denzel Washington's character. She has a drug addiction as well, and in order for her to fight her addiction, they helped each other out, and you can see that throughout the movie. And she helps him, he helps her, and in the end, you just have to, see to find out. So Flight came out today, November 2nd. Flight, November 2nd. I was able to watch it at midnight, and I recommend seeing it. So hopefully you guys see it too. See you guys at the movies.